welcome back here with Hub Urlings at EUsatcom IBC. Theme of the conference is Next Generation Video Networks. And beside me, Julian Clover, who did today the moderating of the session. Julian, you're coming, of course, out of the broadband world. Now you have spent an afternoon here with satellite people. What is your first impression? What are we coming together?
There's some interesting projects going ahead, isn't there? I was quite attracted to the project by Deluxe of, in a way, trying to beat satellite at its own game. But I kind of got the impression that whilst it was a great service that they are planning and are offering to people, it's not going to eliminate the need for satellite. It's a little bit like you see some of the Premier League football grounds putting in fibre, and you don't need the big truck anymore, but you need a whole load of other services which are clearly always going to be needed.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks, at least that's my impression, that it's all about hybrid networks. Broadband and satellite will both have its place in broadcast. It's just looking where can I...
It's interesting. In my house at home, my satellite receiver, Skybox, brings me linear channels over the satellite. But if I want to watch something on demand, well, if it's one of Sky's most popular movies, they've used the satellite already to trickle that movie down to my box. But if I want something out of the ordinary, perhaps, I don't know, maybe a rerun of a show which has been on Sky Atlantic, for example, then that has to be fed to me via broadband, because they just can't account for every single show on every single channel. So that's an interesting the way it's working both at the domestic level, but right at the other end of the scale at the professional level as well.
Yeah, that's right. And what struck me today when I hear at the professional level then, and when I look at the satellite operators, or from the broadcaster's perspective, I should say that, is that people talk about the complexity, because it is quite complex. We're trying to get an overview here of what's all going on, and technology is improving so fast. But also you see a lot of new players on the market that say, okay, we take away that complexity, we'll manage that for you. What do you think of that?
Well, that's kind of what new players always say, isn't it? In order to make their entry to the market, we'll make it so much more simple than everybody else does. And obviously many of them will be able to achieve that. But we've seen, for example, the announcement made right at the top of the show that Ericsson was going to be buying NVIDIA, buying in software-based compression and other services, which they did a little bit themselves, but obviously not enough. They felt that NVIDIA could do it better. There's a company which, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago was a startup, and now it's part of the family of one of our most well-known brands.
Yes, that's right. And I was glad you were here today. I hope we can in future exchange some more ideas. I think broadband and satellite,
they work quite well together, don't they?
They work together, and they have to, and I think they will be working more together in future. So thank you very much, and looking forward to work with you again in future.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.